If you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going to die.
Wow. I mean, that is an incredibly blunt message. And I know you have a lot of experience dealing with these storms. You don't say something like that lightly, Mayor.
I've never said that.
It's a clear warning there from the mayor of Tampa to residents in the city as Hurricane Milton barrels towards Florida's Gulf Coast right now as a Category 4 storm.
Yeah, it's in the cone of uncertainty right now. Florida watching for this and the strengthening of this hurricane. Even Tampa International Airport has suspended operations officially as Milton is expected to rebound back to a Category 5 storm later today. It's predicted to double in size even before making landfall late tomorrow, making it possibly one of the most destructive hurricanes on record for that area. We'll bring in now David Howell, a supply director for Cajun Navy Relief, a nonprofit relief organization that's already preparing to help those who are hard hit again by Hurricane Helene and then now thinking about Hurricane Milton. We appreciate your time and again this volunteer service that the Cajun Navy provides. Can we go back to those words with you, David, from the mayor of Tampa? A very blunt message about staying in these areas. You know a lot about hurricanes, what they can do to devastate communities. Can you talk to those folks maybe in the cone of uncertainty this hour and what they should know about this storm?
Absolutely. First of all, if you can get out, I highly recommend getting out. This is a major hurricane that we are looking at. To put it in perspective, a lot of the rescue crews aren't going to be able to get there until this hurricane subsides substantially. At a Category 5, it is unsafe for us to even get to you to rescue you. Generally, we look at 50-mile-an-hour winds as the upper threshold of when we can start operating and start rescues. And I know a lot of the government and other agencies that would be in the area assisting have that same threshold. Above 50, it is just too unsafe for us to get there. So you would have to ride out that storm until we are able to even get there. And then who knows how long that's going to be.
Right. Working with the Cajun Navy, David, can you tell us about what your organization is able to do once the storm hits?
Absolutely. So right now we are still looking at Hurricane Helene and the efforts that we are putting in there. We're going to be monitoring the storm. If we need to go in and rescue people and have that option, we could deploy teams into the area to effect rescues. But really, we're hoping everyone gets out so that we don't have to do that. That would be the best case scenario.
Yeah, and we're looking at some footage right now, very familiar with obviously the work that this civilian volunteer organization, the Cajun Navy, first starting up there in southern Louisiana, headquartered in New Orleans, in fact. But we're seeing these rescues. You're getting into places where some may not go, putting your life on the line to, again, help another. And looking at just how serious these storms are, many would say stay out of the way. It is you and, again, the crew at the Cajun Navy that goes in. Can you talk about this time, though, and how different this is? You're dealing with rescue right now with Helene in various parts and helping out with the hurricane that hit a couple of weeks ago. But then you have a potentially Cat 5 on the way at the very same time. Has the Cajun Navy ever dealt with anything like this before?
So our organization, Cajun Navy Relief, we have had multiple operations, but we've never had them so far apart. There was a couple of storms where we have deployed, maybe to Galveston and to New Orleans if the need arises. Yeah. But, I mean, we're talking hundreds, thousands of miles of difference between getting volunteers that we currently have in North Carolina to Florida after an impact or bringing somebody in from Louisiana. I mean, just the widespread damage that we've seen from Helene, along with the damage that we will be seeing from Milton, is going to leave these areas devastated. And there's just so much that governments and us can't get through these areas and effectively help everyone.
Yeah. So with that in mind, again, as you said and repeated, David, what we heard from the lieutenant governor, what we've heard from the governor is evacuate. Which of course can be so devastating. These are your homes, and to leave them behind is tragic. But to obviously save your life, that it's well worth it. David Howell, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us about the Cajun Navy and their relief efforts. We appreciate it, and we appreciate your work.